Hi, James here from the 11 Plus Tutors. Today I'm going to talk to you about something in 11 Plus writing which is very important, which is how we need to go from core punctuation through to advanced. So there are certain things with punctuation that expecting every child to be able to do as a base level. And at core, the full stop is the first thing that children grapple with, isn't it? And then the comma. Now actually the comma, I believe, is the biggest hurdle for kids beyond all the others, because to understand the comma you've got to understand some quite complex things, which is what are main clauses and what are relative clauses. If you're unsure about those, you could look at my sentence gym video again to remind yourself, or even the previous video that I did about clauses. But this is important, but it's definitely not everything, and it's not going to move you into top band for this criteria. So then we're extending. Now this is all about variety, and I think that's the key word here, a variety of punctuation from standard, basic, up to advanced. But we have to show a mix. We can't be a one-trick pony here. So the dashes, the ellipsis, most kids know about this. I'm not going to go into that in this video. Some kids get addicted to this and this. We mustn't get addicted. We use it once, maybe twice maximum. We show we know it, that's all. Now advanced, again, we just show that we know this, we don't get addicted. The two main candidates for advanced are the colon, which is ... a full stop with a full stop above it, or a semicolon, which is a comma with a full stop above it. We must get that the right way round. For colon, I tell kids the easy thing, here comes a list. For example, you need colon, sugar, comma, cream, and milk. Remember, and for the last item in the list without the comma, full stop. Quite easy to understand here. But also, what you can have for colon is an isolated word or phrase that has big importance we want to emphasize. It could be something like this. She knew one thing, colon, fear. That gives a lot of impact, doesn't it? Very impactful. And finally is the semicolon. Now this is misunderstood. It joins two sentences, it joins two main clauses, and that's the key thing. They've both got to have a subject, a verb, and make full sense together. And it acts as a connective or a conjunction. You don't have semicolon and, you just have semicolon. You don't have a connective, it is the connective. That's important to realise. John ate the whole meal, semicolon, he adored it. Now, what we don't have, and I say this to kids, is John ate the whole meal, semicolon, John adored it, with a capital letter here, because now it's one sentence, we can use the pronoun. It would be silly to have repetition. That's the biggest thing I see with kids, is they repeat themselves. The other thing is, there has to be a good logical reason why we're joining these together. We can't have John ate the whole meal, semicolon, blue is his favourite colour. There is no logical reason for joining those. In effect, you're extending this by adding some extra information, by adding another clause together. So they're definitely expecting all kids to know this. We can't be making mistakes with this. We need to show these as well, but we don't get addicted. I've seen kids use this at the end of every single paragraph. Don't do that. Sorry, the other basic ones, these two, I'd put these in the basic category. I forgot to talk about those. Advanced, I really do believe you've got to show colon, semicolon. I think at least one of those in a piece of writing, okay? To show that it's just the perception in the English teaching world that this is the most advanced piece of punctuation. Although I find kids can deal with these quite easily. I think the biggest hurdle for children, as I said before, is the comma. They find that difficult to master in the early days. None of this is difficult. Please feel free to rewind and have another look. But we urge kids to use a variety, and that really is, variety is the spice of life, as they say. I hope you've enjoyed my video with some quick tips again. Look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.